Bastian's Big Day of Bubbles by Lullaby Libraries. Bastian stood before a mountain of clothes. It was a peak of pajamas and a summit of socks. How will I ever find my favorite shirt in this mess? He sighed. Just then, his grandfather Nestor appeared in the doorway with a twinkle in his eye and a basket under his arm. Every mountain is climbed one step at a time, Bastian, Nestor said, and every laundry pile starts with a sort. Nestor showed Bastian how to make 3 islands on the floor. First, the whites, bright as clouds, Nestor explained. Next, the lights, pale yellows and soft pinks. Finally, the colors, the deep blues and muddy greens. Bastian scurried back and forth, tossing a snowy t-shirt into one pile and his grass-stained jeans into another. Sorting made the mountain look like a map. "Wait!" Bastian cried, holding up his favorite striped jersey. "There's a giant chocolate smudge right in the middle." Nestor knelt down and handed him a small bottle. "A stain is just a memory that stayed too long," he whispered. Together, they dabbed the spot with cleaner, letting it soak. Treat the spots first, or the heat of the water will make them stay forever. Nestor pulled a shimmering silk scarf and a lace-trimmed handkerchief from the pile. "These are the delicates," he said softly. "They are the shy ones of the wardrobe. They don't like the rough and tumble of the big machine." Bastian felt the fabric. It was thin and smooth. "How do we keep them safe, Grandpa?" he asked. Nestor produced a small mesh bag with a zipper. "We put them in this armor," he explained. Bastian carefully tucked the scarf inside and zipped it tight. Now the shy clothes could go into the wash without getting pulled or snagged by the zippers and buttons of the bigger, tougher clothes. It was time for the machine to roar. Bastian helped Nestor pour in the soap. "Not too much," Nestor warned, "or the bubbles will take over the house." Bastian pressed the buttons with a satisfying click, choosing cold water to keep the colors bright. The machine began to hum and splash, turning the clothes into a swirling whirlpool. When the sun came out, Nestor led Bastian to the backyard. They carried a basket of wet, heavy shirts to the long line. "The sun and the breeze are the best dryers of all," Nestor said. Bastian reached up high, pinning his socks in a row like little flags. The wet fabric smelled like rain and fresh air. For the softest towels, they used the dryer. Nestor pointed to a dial that said, "Tumble dry low." "High heat can shrink your favorite things until they fit a teddy bear," he laughed. He also set a timer. "We must never leave the house while the dryer is running, Bastian. And we always clean the lint trap first. Safety keeps a home happy." At the bottom of the basket, Bastian found his father's heavy wool coat and a stiff suit jacket. "Do these go in the bubbles too?" he asked. Nestor shook his head. "No, those go to the dry cleaners. They use a special magic that doesn't use water at all. Some clothes are too grand for our little machine." By the time the sun began to set, the mountain was gone. In its place were neat, square towers of folded clothes. Bastian hugged his favorite striped shirt, which was now clean and smelled of lemons. "I did it!" he cheered. Nestor smiled and patted his shoulder. "You didn't just do laundry, Bastian. You took care of the things you love."